Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today we are drinking a beer that was sent to me by Steve from BC, so thank you very much, Steve. I cleaned my table earlier today, and I don't know if I left any bottle openers here. I have shitloads of pens, as you can hear. Shitloads of pens. And actually, I have one bottle opener here, but it normally doesn't work. But it's a bottle opener we're going to use. Now, I don't know if this letter is supposed to be an F or a P, because it's formed like a P, but they do have a break in it, so I think it might be an F. So this is either the Fabulator or the Fabulator from Central City. I'm going with Fabulator because that looks like it was just a stupid way of doing an F. But it could be a P as well. See, because they don't do that break in the R or anything. That's why I think it's supposed to be an F. This is a Rauch Bock. A Rauch Bock. So a smoked Bock. 6.5% alcohol by volume, and this is the Central City. It's from the crafting calendar. This was the 8th day, so this was meant for December 8th. That actually opened up the bottle on the first try. Oh my god, do you know how much I hate you right now, opener? Is that the thing? Are you working because you know I hate you? I should paint you like you have gangrene or something. Anyway, let's pour the beer. So here's the thing. I like a lot of Central City beers, and I like a lot of Parallel 49 beers, which are the two breweries that took part in this Advent calendar. However, these one-offs from Central City and Parallel 49 have been, for the most part, meh at best. And I mean, I get it, you were making an Advent calendar. I don't know if you just came up with the idea at the last minute and were like, hey, let's do an Advent calendar. Or if you do it every year, or if you planned on doing it all year. But it was like they just took a bunch of recipes. They just made recipes up right on the spot. They didn't think of any of them. They just took them and said, hey, this would be a cool style, and threw it together. And a lot of them would have been. Like, there was a lot of cool ideas in that box of beer that was sent to me from Steve. And a lot of them just didn't pan out. A lot of them just didn't execute. And it was a sad thing, to me at least, to have all these gnarly beer styles that just didn't pan out. Now this one is a little colder than I would normally drink it at. It just came out of my kegerator about 5 minutes ago, and before you say, well, that is really... No, I don't keep my kegerator at like 4 or 5 degrees, or even 0 or 1 or 2. My kegerator usually sits around 8 degrees, 8 to 12, mattering. That's what I like to drink my beer at, and I know it makes a lot more foam than it should if the keg is in there at that temperature. I'll drop the kegerator's temperature down when a keg's in there, but when it's just my bottles and all that, just turn it up. A lot of the cold is getting escaped through the fucking plumbing anyway. Smell. Okay. Smells under attenuated, very, very sweet, almost like Malta. Malta or Tiger Malt or some other malt beverage you can buy at the grocery store. Just huge amounts of malt in there. And again, under attenuated, not yet had the sugars fortified out, fermented out. And a little bit of smoke, but it kind of has that almost liquid smoke scent. And I have a lot more respect for Central City than to say they're using liquid smoke. I'm sure they used actual smoked malts. I'm just saying it kind of smells like liquid smoke. And I know liquid smoke because I do use it on occasion when I'm doing certain brands of jerky. Like my buddies at work don't like when I actually smoke my jerky. They like liquid smoke flavor because they're used to buying store-bought jerky. So I will use liquid smoke when I'm making batches of jerky for work. For my buddies at work to eat while we're working together. So I'm used to that smell, and that's kind of what it reminds me of. Yeah, just super sweet malt and liquid smoke is what I'm getting off of that. Let's try it. Cheers. No. 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 Just no. I have the utmost respect for Central City. They make some of my favorite beers. I love their ISA. I love their IPA. Their Copper Ale is very nice. Their Pumpkin Ale is very nice. They make some great beers. This, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that loved it. Not for me. Not for me at all. I don't want anything to do with it. I normally don't waste beer, especially beer that was sent to me by somebody else. But after that third sip, I started to get the gag reflex, so this will not be going down my throat. This is a drain pour for sure for me. Taste, just like it smelled. It is a super sweet malt. Very, very under attenuated is what it comes off as, because it does come off as a unfermented malt beverage. It comes off like Tiger Malt or Malta or Horlicks or any of the other malt beverages you can buy at the grocery stores. And liquid smoke with a little bit of an earthy like English bitterness at the very end. Did not sit right on my palate at all. And if I'm being completely honest, for me, well, as of right now, it is the worst beer I've had in 2016. But it would have been one of the probably top 5 worst I've had in 2015 as well. Just not me. Not for me at all. Out of 10, I'll give it a 1. I can't drink it. It gives me the gag reflex, and it's not like there's anything wrong with it. There's no faults really, unless it really is under attenuated. Like if they pulled it out and crash cooled it and filtered out all the yeast to keep it from becoming a doppelbock. Unless they did that, there's no reason for me to say there's a fault in it. It's just not for me, and that will happen. There are times I will make fun of the beers when I don't like them, and usually that's because there's something wrong with them and this and that, but there's nothing wrong with this. It's just I don't ever want to drink it again. I don't want to smell it again. I don't want to see it again. The Fabulator, the Pabulator. Fuck you, Fabulator. Fuck you, Pabulator. I don't fucking care what you are. Fuck you. I'm not drinking this shit again, ever. Thank you, Central City, for making some great beers. I'm sure, again, you have a lot of people that love this. Not my thing. Not my thing at all. Thank you, guys. Bye.